Red Bull is doing something we've never seen before in Formula One. They're thinking about putting Max Verstappen's name on the team itself. Imagine hearing Max Bull Racing, or Team Verstappen by Red Bull. That's how serious and desperate Red Bull is about keeping Max on their side. This isn't just a quirky idea. It's a sign that the team feels like they're on shaky ground. And honestly, when you look at the numbers from 2024, it's easy to see why. Max scored a whopping 165 points this year. Meanwhile, his teammates combined barely scraped together 7 points. 7. That's not a team pulling together. That's one guy dragging the entire operation while the rest just watch. When 96% of your points come from one driver, you're not really competing. You're barely surviving. And now, that driver might walk away. Talk about bad timing for Red Bull. To make things worse, the leadership inside Red Bull is falling apart. Christian Horner, the only team principal they've ever known, was just pushed out after internal chaos. The genius behind their championship-winning cars, Adrian Newey, has left for Aston Martin. Others like Jonathan Wheatley and Rob Marshall have also gone. The core of the team is crumbling, and Verstappen is left holding the fort. Meanwhile, Mercedes and Toto Wolff are circling like predators. That secret meeting between Max and Toto in Sardinia, not a friendly catch-up. It was a recruitment pitch. With Lewis Hamilton heading to Ferrari in 2025, Mercedes needs a new leader, and Verstappen fits perfectly. They're offering him something Red Bull just can't right now: stability, a clear direction, and a united team. Red Bull's desperate move to slap Max's name on the team's title is breaking every unwritten rule in F1 history. Big teams like Ferrari and Mercedes never let a driver's ego outweigh the institution. But Red Bull is ready to toss that wisdom out the window. It's a sign they know their identity is tied to Verstappen more than ever, and maybe that's not a good thing. So, what do you think? Is Red Bull making a smart move by putting Verstappen front and center, or is this a sign they're losing control? Let me know in the comments below, and if you love getting the inside scoop on F1's biggest stories, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out. Red Bull's situation is looking more complicated by the day. The team's leadership is in free fall, and it's showing on the track. Losing Christian Horner, Adrian Newey, Jonathan Wheatley, and Rob Marshall in such a short time has left the team scrambling for stability. The people who built Red Bull into a powerhouse are gone, and the replacements are struggling to fill those giant shoes. It's no surprise that the car itself is suffering. Every upgrade they've brought out lately seems to make the car worse, not better. Pierre Wash and Enrico Balbo took over after Newey left, but the results are disappointing. The strategy department, once razor sharp, now looks lost and confused. You can hear the frustration in Max Verstappen's voice during races. A calm man pushed to the edge by a car that's falling apart and a team that can't seem to find its way. And if the reigning world champion is frustrated, you know the situation is serious. What's even more ironic is that Red Bull has the most advanced technology in F1. They landed a massive $500 million deal with Oracle to use cutting-edge computing and data analysis. But all that tech hasn't stopped their car from regressing every weekend. It's almost like they're drowning in data, but missing the gut feeling that made them champions. In racing, that balance between data and intuition is everything, and Red Bull is losing it. Then there's the looming challenge of 2026, when Red Bull plans to become an engine manufacturer in partnership with Ford. Sounds impressive, right? Except they'll be going up against Mercedes, Ferrari, and Renault, teams with decades of experience building engines. Red Bull's the rookie here, starting from scratch. Asking Verstappen to stick around through this learning curve is basically asking him to start over. It's no wonder the whispers of Verstappen's exit are getting louder. Red Bull's leadership collapse, poor car performance, and uncertain future on the engine front are a toxic mix. The pressure is mounting on Max, and Red Bull has to figure out how to turn things around. Fast. What's your take? Were you surprised to hear that? Red Bull's upgrades are backfiring? Do you think losing Newey and Horner is the main issue? Drop a quick yes or no in the comments and tell me what you think is the biggest challenge Red Bull faces right now. And if you're enjoying this breakdown, hit that like button and subscribe to stay ahead of the F1 drama. Let's switch gears and look at the human side of all this. Max Verstappen isn't just a racing machine. He's a person with a life outside the track, and that's starting to shape his thinking about the future. Recently, Max became a father, and that's making him rethink how long he wants to keep racing at the highest level. Watching legends like Lewis Hamilton pushing on into their late 30s and early 40s might not be what he wants for himself. Driving in circles at breakneck speed might be thrilling, but it's also exhausting, and Max is starting to wonder if that's all there is. Meanwhile, Red Bull's response to this growing uncertainty is anything but calm. They're locking him into contracts so tight it feels like they're saying, "You're not leaving no matter what." This isn't a strategy, it's desperation. You can see it in the public pleas from Helmut Marko, Max's longtime ally who's out there trying to kill the rumors of Max jumping ship to Mercedes. He's basically saying, remember what happened in the past, don't forget the loyalty. It's more like begging than confident team leadership. There's a dangerous parallel here with football teams like PSG, when Neymar and Mbappe were given too much power beyond the pitch. The team chemistry fell apart, and success became impossible. Red Bull looks like they're repeating that same mistake, but instead of footballs, it's carbon fiber and engines. The second seat at Red Bull is almost cursed this year, with all non-Verstappen drivers scoring a total of just 7 points combined. That's not just bad, it's career-ending. Past teammates like Pierre Gasly, Alexander Albon, Sergio Perez, they've all struggled to keep up while Max squeezes every ounce of performance from the car. The contrast is stark and makes Verstappen look like he's driving a different machine entirely. On the other hand, Mercedes offers something different, a fresh challenge and a chance for Max to prove he's not just Newey's or Red Bull's creation, but a true all-time great who can win anywhere. So, here's a question for you. Would you want to see Verstappen stay loyal to Red Bull through thick and thin? Or do you think he should take on a new challenge with another team? Share your thoughts below, and if you're finding this insight valuable, please hit the like button. Every bit of support helps the channel grow and brings you more in-depth F1 news. Now, let's talk about Mercedes and the secret meeting in Sardinia that's got the paddock buzzing. Toto Wolff isn't just casually chatting with Max Verstappen, he's making a clear recruitment pitch. With Lewis Hamilton moving to Ferrari in 2025, Mercedes needs a new leader and Max is the perfect candidate. They're offering what Red Bull currently can't, a stable, united team with a clear direction and no internal chaos. Mercedes has built a reputation for resilience and teamwork. They're the kind of team where the institution is bigger than any one driver, something Red Bull seems to be losing sight of. For Verstappen, this could be a chance to prove himself beyond being Newey's golden boy. Winning with Mercedes would cement his status as an all-time great, showing he can succeed in any car, not just the one built around him. This shift could shake up the F1 landscape. Verstappen joining Mercedes would mean a powerhouse team regains its top spot, while Red Bull scrambles to rebuild. It's not just about contracts. It's about legacy, stability, and being part of something bigger than yourself. So, what do you think? Will Verstappen make the switch to Mercedes in 2025, or does loyalty to Red Bull run too deep? Hit yes or no in the comments below. And while you're at it, drop your dream teammate for Verstappen if he does join Mercedes. Who would you want racing alongside him? If you're enjoying this deep dive, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to Fast News F1 for the freshest updates in Formula One. To wrap things up, let's zoom out and look at the bigger picture for Formula One. Red Bull's current crisis isn't just about one team or one driver, it could change the whole sport. Losing Max Verstappen would be a massive blow, not just for Red Bull, but for the entire championship. Ferrari, McLaren, and Mercedes are all closing the gap, smelling opportunity as Red Bull struggles to hold on. Red Bull's decision to put Verstappen's name on the team sends a powerful message. Their identity depends on one man. That's a risky precedent. What happens when Max's next contract comes up? Will he want more control? Picking teammates, car designs, race strategies. Once you admit your driver is bigger than the team, you've already lost the battle for stability. Meanwhile, over at McLaren, a fascinating story is unfolding with Oscar Piastri, the current championship leader. He's refusing to use the same upgraded front suspension as his teammate Lando Norris, choosing consistency over change. That's a bold move in a sport obsessed with every tiny advantage, and it shows there's more than one way to win in F1. So, how will the 2025 season play out? Will Red Bull find its footing, or will the team drama hand the title to someone else? What's your pick for the championship next year? Drop your prediction in the comments. Who's lifting the trophy in Abu Dhabi? And hey, if you've been following along and want more in-depth F1 analysis, make sure to hit that subscribe button and like the video. Every click helps Fast News F1 grow, so we can keep bringing you the best content on the grid.